In the past few months, I've stood in the shadow of the main gate at the Auschwitz death camp. I've stood on the field where a music festival in Israel was turned into a bloodbath, and I've stood in the ruins of a burnt-out synagogue in my hometown. But those opposite have taken every opportunity since the 7th of October 2023 to politicise the trauma and the experiences of the Jewish people. I do not need the Leader of the Opposition or any of those opposite to tell me what anti-Semitism is or how seriously I should take it. You're disgusting.
Order. The Minister for the Environment, the Assistant Foreign Minister, the manager is entitled on his feet. I'll give him the call.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. I move the member be no longer heard.
Order.
To discuss this question time, let's bring in Chief Digital Political Correspondent Jacob Grieber. Hi, Jacob.
PK, hi.
That was an extraordinary moment.
Yeah, you took the words from me. You could see the Attorney-General who'd been set up, obviously, to respond to a question suggesting he'd been rolled in Cabinet on the issue of mandatory sentencing. So a sensitive point, fair question of the opposition to ask. He then turned it into what was sounding to me like a pretty effective answer, reminiscent maybe even of Julia Gillard's misogyny speech. It had that
pretty
sort of
powerful and personal, wasn't it?
It had those things. You could see it's the sort of thing that can be packaged up and put onto social media as a clip, and a very powerful one at that. The opposition, I think, realised that they'd given the Attorney-General that platform. The opposition leader, Peter Dutton, you could see the moment when Dreyfus said, you guys have been politicising this issue all along, that's when he gave the signal to Sukkar to go ahead.
So you're saying Peter Dutton was the one that told Sukkar to get up?
Yeah, and so at that point Sukkar gets up, and he's in this role, this sort of tactical role since Fletcher's departure from that role, and you can tell he's still finding his feet. He jumps up, and instead of having a point of order or asking that be withdrawn, he kind of goes for the really heavy-handed option, which is a motion that the member not be heard. Now, I don't know where in tactics they thought that was a great idea to effectively silence the most prominent Jewish person in the middle of a speech about all of these events, and that's where it's landed. Obviously, that motion didn't get up; it got voted down very quickly. But you could see this thing starting to blow up now as a storyline. And the other person who I thought, the Prime Minister, looked genuinely shocked when that happened. You could see it on his face.
No, they looked absolutely shocked. Of course, this isn't the first time Mark Dreyfus has accused the opposition of playing politics with anti-Semitism, of politicising anti-Semitism. That will be, I suspect, the opposition's defence for why they felt this way. But as you say, to move a motion for the silencing, not just a withdrawal of a word, but the silencing of this minister was quite extraordinary.
We'll have to hear how they justify that. They glommed onto the word disgusting, which you hear at the end of that clip, Dreyfus saying disgusting. Now they appeared to sort of retrofit that to why they'd moved this motion, which then failed. And I think the other key point was, while the Speaker, Milton Dick, said, don't use unparliamentary language, he didn't force Mark Dreyfus to withdraw that term, and he allowed him to finish the answer. So in essence, giving him the green light to go ahead.
Yeah, that's right.